So anyway, I just wanted to say a little bit about that he did raise a wonderful family. He had 2 girls, Corrine and Mildred, she was known as Tyke, and 2 sons, Thomas and Herbert. Thomas and Herbert died for our country in World War II. And so they certainly served our country well. And my grandmother, who had a great love for the Mexican people, she spoke Spanish fluently, as did my own mother, and taught all of the Mexican children in Pecos, Texas for 25 years. She taught them reading. And she also had a brief career during the war at Pyote Air Force Base. And to show the Casad women and their strength, she rose to the only management position in the entire Air Force, or not Air Force Base, well yeah, it was an Air Force Base. But anyway, she was the only one in upper management. And you have this picture of all these colonels and lieutenants and people, you know, the hierarchy there. And there stands my grandmother among them. So she was a women's liver way before it was, you know, known. But she was a very strong woman and great courage. And then after she retired from teaching, she became the Reeves County librarian. So she was a great woman. I'm so proud of my grandmother, and I couldn't help but tell the story about her because I think we were just sort of unplugged from the Casad family because of the history of my great-grandfather. I think she was embarrassed by it a little bit and didn't want to come around much. I'm just assuming that, I don't know that. And the last, Mildred, or Tyke, she had the Cinderella story. She decided to enter the contest of Miss El Paso, which she won, and she got to go to Atlantic City and participate in this Miss America pageant. She was not chosen, but she was chosen by the Ziegfeld, Mr. Ziegfeld, to be in the Ziegfeld Follies. And I have some great pictures that I'm going to share. In fact, I have great letters. I have so much stuff that I'm going to share with the library here about just all, you know, I found a bunch of stuff on Darwin as well. But anyway, she was performing one night on Broadway, and her future husband was in the audience and fell in love with her on stage. He sends back a dozen yellow roses to her backstage to introduce himself, and they get married, and he was the president of a perfume company, Humboldt, am I saying that right? Huguenot.
Oh, no, Hubagon.
Hubagon.
It was Paris.
It was a very prestigious perfume company that started in 1782, so it had been around a while. And so he swept her off her feet, and they got married, and they got to travel the world and live in all these beautiful locations. And so, but she did come back to her roots ultimately. After her husband died, she came back and lived with the remainder of her life with my grandmother in Pecos, Texas, which had to have been a bit of a letdown. But anyway, we just are so proud and so thankful that that Hum and Carrie have gone to such trouble to preserve our family history, and after these many years and generations, we have reconnected and know our family history. Having been a history major, I'm just over the moon. I'm just so excited about getting to know all of your stories. So thank you very much.